Well, I ran out of memory, so I'm making part 3 of this video. So we have 3 known facts. Sine of x over x equals 1 as the limit approaches 0. Limit as approaches 0 of the reciprocal is also 1. And the limit as x approaches 0, cosine x minus 1 over x is 0. So now using those known facts, let's see if we can now find the limit of an unknown fact. So when I take a look at this, I ask myself, is there something here that I can see that is on one of my known facts? I notice the numerator looks like this limit, and over sine x looks like this limit. So let's break it apart and do some work. Break it down. Bump, 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 bump. That's right, that's how we roll. Okay, so we have cosine of x minus 1 in the numerator. We'll say that's over 1 times 1 over sine of x. Now, I want this to be cosine of x minus 1 over x. So if I multiply by 1, but I'm really multiplying by x over x, I'm going to get in the denominator what I want. Now here, I need this to be x over sine of x. So again, I'm going to multiply by 1, or x over x. So now what I have, now remember, keep writing that limit as x approaches 0. Now I notice when I hold the camera like this, my hand keeps blocking the view. So now I've got x, and then it's cosine of x minus 1 over x, which is the limit of interest. And then here, now I've got x over sine of x, but then it's times this 1 over x, right? And so this is the limit of interest. So when I just using multiplication facts, I know the order doesn't matter. So I have x over x times cosine of x minus 1 over x times x over sine of x. Oh, isn't this beautiful? And it's all as the limit of x approaches 0. Well, we know that x over x is just 1, okay? And then, so that's 1 times, and cosine x minus 1 over x as x approaches 0 is 0, and x over sine of x is 1. So 1 times 0 times 1 is 0. So the limit of the original function here is 0. And we used known limits to come up with that. Now you're going to try one more on your own. Here we go. The limit as x approaches 0, and I'll move my hand out of the way, right, of tan of x over x. So go ahead and try that. Okay, so now you did this problem. Let's see how you did. Now I notice it's tangent x over x. Well, that's not one of my known limits, but I know sine of x over x is. So can I rewrite tangent? Well, we know tangent is sine of x over cosine of x. And then we have this times 1 over x. Ooh, I can see a sine of x over x. Can you see it? So if I rearrange this using the properties of multiplication, so I'd get sine of x over x times 1 over cosine of x. And now let's attempt to find the limit as x approaches 0. Well, we know the limit of the first term as x approaches 0, that is 1. And then if we substitute 0 into this, what is cosine of 0? We know it's 1. So 1 over 1 is 1. So the limit of this expression was 1. How did you do? Did you get it right? I hope so. We're going to try more of this in class tomorrow.